I'm Zaidi Patel and I'm co-founder of the Elite Pedal League by KitKat. Everyone's very amped and excited. We've got owners amped, we've got players amped. I think it's going to be fierce.
We've got to breathe, to dig, to live the life we are dreaming. It could go wrong, but I'm just a nest. You must be lonely, but you could be crazy if you keep looking down.
Thank you for coming and availing yourselves today. I know you're probably in suspense as to why I've asked to meet and what's on the agenda, but I've got some good news that I'd want your involvement in. Obviously, if you're keen and available. Myself and a few partners have bought a team in the KitKat Pedal League. Probably seen it all over Instagram, social media. It's a R1 million prize pool.
Okay, so I've looked at the different leagues we have in South Africa, the different franchise leagues in South Africa, and I tried to come up with a league that rectifies the few bugs of the other leagues, like the elite players having to play with intermediate players. So I looked at a new format to try and keep the elite players playing against each other, but also have the intermediate players on the same team as the elite players. So I found this to be a nice concept, and I ended up taking it to KitKat, and we came up with this great initiative, and I think it's a very exciting league to come.
A team is allowed to appoint a gold-rated captain prior to the auction at a base rate of 25,000, meaning 25,000 comes out of your budget that we spoke about earlier, which is your 80K budget, which will then leave you at 55,000 in the auction. There's a big advantage in getting a top gold-rated captain because it's at 25K, whereas if some of these guys that we'd probably be looking at going to the auction would spend way more, right? So I don't follow pedal as much as you guys follow, but every now and then I look at the results and I always see Richard winning everything. So I would definitely think he's an option.
Hear me out. I have a big name. Probably the best name in the country.
Who's this?
Yo. That's a game changer.
Yeah.
Where is he?
He's from Cape Town. Jason's from Cape Town, right?
Yeah.
I've heard the name, but...
Problem, I mean, obviously from us, I don't know what our budget's looking like.
Because that would mean flights.
Yeah.
Oh, but let's get the names down. So we've already got Richard, we've got Adam.
Yeah.
You spoke about Jason Blakey Milner.
Yeah.
Where would you rank him in terms of overall?
Doesn't play as often as some of the other guys, but he's amazing. He's as good as the other top guys, I'd say.
Okay, so
Arguably better.
How about Luan?
I'm a big fan of Luan, personally. Right side player, fantastic. But look, guys, I know we've got all these wonderful ideas about Luan and Richard, but we've got to also have more targets, guys that are maybe Joburg based,
Yeah.
potentially Cape Town as well.
Also, yeah.
I've seen the name recently, and I know they're featuring pretty well now, and they play as a pair, Tremaine and Aiden.
Amazing players.
Person-
guys also.
Personality?
Yeah, I've interacted with.
Warren Kun. I've heard that he's phenomenal, but I've also heard that he's not doing too well from a health perspective. So I'm not too sure, but would you say it'd be a potential captain approach? Anyone else you think we could add to a short list, or is it we wrap it up? Josh Deichmann, yes, I know you're talking about youngish player.
Squash background.
Yeah.
Playing some phenomenal pedal at the moment.
Yeah.
Quality option also.
Okay. Eggy?
Also a good name.
Yeah.
Played with him at the Bandits in the first season. I know he was playing a lot on the right with Richard, but someone who's versatile can play on the left as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just speaking of versatility, one more name I can think of throwing in, Sean Ligas.
Maybe a starting step would be to establish which of these 9 or 10 guys are still on the market. I'm thinking of giving Zaidi a call. Said Patel, because he'd obviously be in tune with what's going on.
Again, obviously we'll see on the availability who's there.
I think with regards to the captain, obviously kind of spoiled for choice because they're all of such high caliber, but really looking to pin down one of the better players in the country, and yeah.
Zaidi, salam, how's it? on
Yeah, you're a big headache, Mustard.
I am a headache.
Okay, carry on.
All right, quick one. Busy finalizing the possible captain options still on the market. So obviously we've had a bit of a delayed start. I've got 9 names that we've shortlisted. If you could tell me whether they're available, if you know, or whether they've been signed, or if they're playing in the league, right? So I'm going to run through the names and then just give me some info as to whether they're in or not, right? So you say Adam gone.
Gone, yeah.
Shit. Aiden Carazito.
Gone.
Josh Deichmann.
Available.
Available, okay. Richard.
Available.
Jason Blakey Milner.
Available.
Do you know if he's going to play or if he's on the fence? Because I've heard some rumors that he's got a kid on the way and stuff like that.
Yeah, he does. I think his kid is due to be born a little after our league, but you can check with him. I'm not exactly sure.
All right, fantastic. Sean Ligas.
Available.
Tremaine.
Gone.
Gone. What about Luan? I know it's a long shot.
Luan is available, but again, what Luan and Jason, I'm assuming that package is going to be quite sad. It's going to have to include a travel cost.
Oof, yeah.
You know, what oil price is going up, I mean, it's very expensive.
So if I look at it, there's 5 options in the pot. From the 5 options, 1 is Joburg based in Richard. I believe Josh Deichmann could be relocating to Cape Town. Jason Blakey Milner would be Cape Town. Luan, Cape Town. Sean, Durban. So we're going to have to break the bank basically on travel costs if we come right with any of these guys.
That's for sure.
So most of the options left are from Durban, Cape Town, somewhere where we'd have to bring in the travel costs also. Look, I mean, it's always a risk because it's like an investment, you know, you're putting something in, you're hoping to get something out from it. But the names that we do have shortlisted, I think they're going to give us a lot of quality throughout the league.
What about yourself? Could I put you as option number 10?
Yeah, you want to lose. You want to be serious.
I think we have some good options. A lot of good options are taken. However, I think we have to pull off something amazing to get some of the top players in the country because none of them do stay here. So from a financial point of view, it's not looking viable. There were some good names that were unavailable. However, I still think that there's even better names on the list. We just need to make it happen.
My job, I guess, as the franchise director from now is to reach out to these individuals, see if we can come to some sort of an agreement. Obviously, getting any of them would be a massive boost. And yeah, let's see what we can pull off.
However, I think if you want a serious shot at winning this league, you can't take any name. You need one of the best. And we may have to break the bank, but it'll put us in a real good position going into the league.
See who's scoring.
Can't believe we pull off a move of this magnitude. Just excited to finally meet him and get things going.